le whaatalo whātu i le mai mō tāpua e o le tātua tunuu i le nei vaenga le fiafi o mai atu ia sauninga fo'i a lotu sa whaapena whenga iei lo tātua tunuu le malama na le la i o le viinga ma le whaafutai le atua whawntau tai mai lo tō soifua ia maso mātu wola i le whai unga fo'i o le nei aso sapati ma lo le soifu maua ma lo le langi mamai lo tātua tunuu atu le limo le whaatalofa. So se vaenga lava le tātua tunu nei ele ngai te leo i la tolu whapeona mafuta mai lungo tātua penga te whailangi. Ia o le tautua le nei alau KVZK lo whapea o nau whaawawina atu pēr nei vaenga o le fiafi. E peo na whunga nātu i se taimi o le auli nei. O le auli nei le na mō mai ai ia se whaamalam lamanga mai le tātou komiti whaafoe a le maotanga singasi le LBJ whangaalu. E tu sai fo'i ma le tūlanga e pe o na whaate e nai ia le sa avea ma whaaton siri o le maotanga singasi le LBJ i whangaalu. Ma o le awhiwhidei la ia le ua maua le avadoa o le ma se o tātala noa tuai ma se tasi fo'i o sui o le komiti whaafoe o le LBJ. E tu sai fo'i ma le tūlanga i le lato whaamatalanga po le lato statement sa whaapeo na tuina mai i le awhiwhi nei. Mo le sida fia le tātou turu o le mātala noanga ma Dr. Anderson i le awhiwhi nei o le a le umi o na e le whaamoemoe o le tātou maunta ngase o le a whaiese whaatala noanga ma le autu stala le aso rua o le vaiese fau. Ma o le nei whaatala noanga la whaapeona mai mo i le tātou tunu i lunga o nanga tu sa o na tātou KVZKTV. Wa fia, wa mawale nei awa noe ma te talitala noai ma le tamaitai fomai ia tu sai foi o le lato mata upu, pe o le lato le tūlanga pe o le tūla mai foi mai le aso na nafi e tu sai foi ma le whaate eina o le sa avea ma whaatun sili o le mautanga ngase talo falava. And very pleasant good evening, American Samoa. You're watching this live from our studios here in Whangatongo. It's a pleasure to have your company. I trust that you all had a pleasant Sunday, and welcome back to our live coverage from our studios. I am very happy to have here with me this evening Dr. Jean Anderson, who is the Vice Chair of the LBJ Board of Directors. She is here to discuss the statement that was put through by the LBJ Hospital this afternoon, and this is in regards to the LBJ CEO. As you all know, was yesterday we reported that the CEO of the LBJ Hospital, who is now the former CEO of LBJ Hospital, Bill Emsley, was stood down as of yesterday. And so we have here Dr. Jean Anderson, who is going to first and foremost, welcome, Dr. Anderson. Thank you very much for joining us. I know that there's quite a lot of things happening at the LBJ, and you're very busy, reorganizing things. Now, the LBJ Hospital put out a statement this afternoon, and you would like to go through that statement with us?
Yes, thank you, Tosi. First of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity.
Pleasure.
Good evening. Good evening to the people of American Samoa. On behalf of the American Samoa Medical Center Authority Board of Directors, we would like to assure our people that the LBJ Medical Center is well equipped with necessary nursing staff, medical staff, and support personnel to continue to provide quality care to our people. The board chose Mr. Bill Emsley to fulfill the mission and vision of the board, which is to ensure quality health care for our patients and staff and rebuild our LBJ Medical Center to a healthcare facility that our people deserve. In order to accomplish the mission and vision of the board, Mr. Bill Emsley and the board unanimously agreed that his resignation was in the best interest of LBJ moving forward. The board would like to assure our people that the board will continue its mission to improve health care for our people and efforts to rebuild LBJ Medical Center to a safe and quality medical facility. The board is happy to announce that we have selected a longtime physician for LBJ over 20 years, Dr. Akapusi Lendua, to serve as acting Chief Executive Officer. Dr. Lendua has demonstrated quality leadership and dedication and compassion to our people and to LBJ Medical Center. The board looks forward to working with Dr. Lendua as Acting Chief Executive Officer. It is with great confidence and honor to also inform our people that the board has designated a newly hired physician, Dr. Joseph Shumway, to serve as Acting Chief Medical Officer. Dr. Shumway brings to LBJ Medical Center extensive qualifications and experience, which will be a valuable asset and assist us in accomplishing our mission to provide the best quality care for our patients and our staff. The Board of Directors will provide more detailed information this week in a press conference scheduled for Tuesday, February 7th at 12 noon at the LBJ Tropical Medical Center. During this press conference, we invite media to come forward with questions from our community, which will be answered. During this press conference, the LBJ Board of Directors will also be continuing to inform our people on improvement efforts, which include additional nurses and physicians who will be joining our team soon. Good things lie ahead for LBJ Medical Center, and the board continues to remain dedicated and committed to our people and to our hospital. Sincerely, the LBJ Board of Directors.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Jean Anderson, for that. I will come back. I do have a few questions that I would like to ask you, but we're going to keep this very short because of the fact that we have a press conference on Tuesday, and of course, the media is invited, and of course, perhaps that's our chance to ask more questions. We've only been allocated a very short time tonight, so but I just want to mention the fact that today, this afternoon, we sent an email to the former CEO of LBJ, Moifawo Bill Emsley. He issued a press release, and I will be reading that press release out tonight. But first, Dr. Jean Anderson, can I just ask you, going back to the selection of Moifawo as the CEO of LBJ Hospital, after he was nominated by your board of directors, there was a press release that was issued, I think, the same evening. And I was going back to the news this afternoon, and I came across it. And on that press release, it says that it was signed by the chairman of the board, Dr. Tuyola Senga. And that press release says that Dr. said that Moifawo has been selected as the CEO of the LBJ Hospital. He is overwhelmingly qualified, supported by immense superior experiences, excellent educational backgrounds, is a highly skilled administrator with splendid knowledge in government operations, as well as refined abilities in technology engineering matters, which turned out to be extremely favorable assets to the board. What has changed since then? I mean, and Dr. Tuyola Senga even mentioned this last week in the Senate, in one of the Senate hearings, and I think the House as well. What has changed since then, Dr. Anderson?
Thank you, Tosi, for the question. I think it is a very important question at this time. And on behalf of the board, I want to reiterate what the chairman stated. And as the vice chairwoman, acting secretary of the board, I stand behind the statement made by our chairman, Dr. Tuyola Senga. The qualifications of Mr. Bill Emsley were not in question at the time and are not in question at this time. We continue to believe that Mr. Emsley is extensively qualified in many areas, but it came to a point in time where the board felt that Mr. Emsley and the board could not together fulfill the mission and vision set for LBJ Medical Center. Given that, the board, as I mentioned, unanimously with Mr. Bill Emsley, felt that it was best for Mr. Emsley to resign in order for the board to continue to fulfill its mission and vision.
And what, can I ask, what is that
Sure.
mission and vision, Dr. Anderson, of the LBJ board?
The mission and vision of the LBJ Medical Center board is to provide quality health care and safety for our patients and for the staff of the LBJ Medical Center. Through that, we are committed to taking every step to ensure quality health care and also to rebuild our LBJ Medical Center to bring it to a hospital that our people will be proud of and that our people deserve.
Now, Mr. Emsley mentioned this in his press release that I will be reading out after. Can I just ask you about, because there's a photo that's been widely shared on Facebook, and this is a photo of the door to his office. It's been sealed, and it says caution on it. Was there a reason? What was their reason to do that?
Yes, thank you for the question, Tosi. As I stated, the board's mission and vision is to provide quality healthcare and safety. And with that, it is the board's responsibility to ensure that all confidential files are kept safe and secure. As a result, with the previous CEO resigning, it was our responsibility as a board to ensure that all files were kept confidential and safe.
Well, now, the chairman of the board, Dr. Tuyula Senga, mentioned in the Senate that the board of directors is looking at changing the organizational chart. Can you talk a little bit about that? Is that going to go ahead?
Sure, thank you. Thank you, Tosi, for the question. Yes, our chairman did mention that. One of the board's initiatives that we have been spending extensive time on is we want to ensure that the organizational chart for the medical center is consistent and aligned with the American Samoa Code. We have several versions of organizational charts that have been utilized by different LBJ administrations, and we are currently working to ensure that the org chart that we are currently using is again aligned and consistent with the law. Everything the board is doing, we are ensuring that it is consistent with the American Samoa Code, and that is going to continue to be part of our mission and vision as well.
Okay. Now, Moifawo mentioned this in his press release that I will be reading out shortly. He also mentioned some of these achievements, including bringing the nurses and, to help out with the shortage of the nurses at the LBJ hospital. Are we still going to go ahead and bring the more Fijian nurses into the territory to work at the hospital?
Yes, in fact, I am pleased to share that initiative is still continuing. We also have physicians that are in place to come and work with us. We have a physician actually landing tomorrow night who will be part of our team. We have a total of 6 new physicians who will be coming within the next month and a half. And so the initiative with the Fijian nurses will continue. Fortunately, our board has been very hands-on in working with the LBJ administration in improvement efforts. The board is very committed to assisting with this. So all of the initiatives that have been in place, that the board has been a part of, we ensure the community and our people that those initiatives will continue. And our board assures the people that soon our LBJ Medical Center will be fully staffed with the necessary nurses and physicians to provide our people with quality health care.
Thank you very much, Dr. Atkinson. I'm not going to keep you any longer because I know you've got another obligation to run out to. We asked the chairman as well, Dr. Tuyula Senga, to join us this evening, and he was going to join us.
Yes.
But because of a family obligation, so therefore he is unable to join us this evening. But of course, Dr. Tuyula Senga is always welcome to join us next time when we have a conversation. Now, Dr. Anderson, this is what Moifawo issued just this afternoon, and I would like to read this out for our viewers so that they can hear it themselves. Now, according to Moifawo, miscommunications regarding the securing of the former CEO's office to protect confidential medical and financial information sparked raw imaginations, wrongful public perceptions, and unfounded beliefs, which ran rampant when in fact no cause or charge has ever been levied against the former CEO. Now, facing tremendous outside pressures plus growing differences between the former CEO and the board on how LBJ's internal policies, procedures, and protocols were executed daily, afforded the former CEO with the opportunity to resign on his own volition, upholding what he described as in the best interest of the LBJ to advance without any further disruptions. Sadly, though, leaving behind legacy an array of incredible number of new and ongoing initiatives of tremendous value to LBJ going forward is a 40-bed new hospital, reconstruction of LBJ's financial system, the Queen's Medical Center Partnership Initiative, the total imputation of technology in every aspect of LBJ's operation, achieving greater efficiency and quality of services, installation and realignment of a state-of-the-art engineering plan to support clinical services, expansion and renovation of critical clinics such as the ICU, the ER, dialysis and OR, facelift project, upgrading all patient rooms, wards and office workplaces, new pay structure for physicians, nurses, technicians, and many more. Now, when these undertakings are completed as originally slated in the former CEO's two-year plan, would place LBJ on proper footing in the next 4 years, catapulting, should I say, the hospital to an elite club of high-standard hospitals like stateside, said the former CEO. Now, unfortunately, it would not be the case for the former CEO as he plans to enjoy a happy retirement life, relish every private moments with his family, traveling around the world, and continue to write his autobiography are his immediate plans. Coveting to thank the Governor, the Lieutenant Governor, and LBJ for giving the opportunity to serve the public's interest in this capacity as CEO. Moreover, an immense shout out to LBJ's competent and hardworking staff for their demonstrated professionalism and unselfish dedication, although it was a short stint. Now, for media outlets who conflated and perpetuated innuendo stories without putting them in proper context, supported by substantiating facts and confirming legitimate sources, continues to be a challenge in American Samoa and will in consultation with the attorney in this regards. Do you have anything to say to that, Dr. Anderson, before we wrap things up?
Thank you, Tosi, for that question. I just would like to, again, ensure the community and our people that all of the initiatives that have begun with our board of directors will continue, and we will continue our mission to provide quality health care for our people and our territory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anderson. Yeah, well, if I were to inalaman talong po maltamatay for my Dr. Jean Anderson, il nei fo iwa ngole afiafi pe o na fa fonga tato tunu o le a faia se fa talong malau tu stala ile aso lua o le vai aso le a amata nei I o le ofisa o le tato mautanga ngasi fanga alu ma o le a tamu fai fo lava lau KVZK tu sa o ina tu le fa moe ina ia longo ina pelo tato tunu o tu sa o le fa moe ia le ngata nau ni so fufuanga le tato mautanga ngase. Yeah, Dr. Anderson, thank you so much for joining us. Though brief, but I'm glad we get to have this conversation because we have been getting a lot of calls and a lot of messages from our viewers just to whether there is we're going to get any comments or perhaps some information from the LBJ Hospital, but I'm glad we get to have this conversation.
I am too.
So thank you so much, Dr. Anderson, for joining us. And as Dr. Anderson mentioned, there is a press conference next week on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes. At what time again, Dr. Anderson?
At 12 o'clock noon at the LBJ Tropical Medical Center.
Okay, so that's 12 noon at the LBJ Tropical Medical Center. This press conference, should I say, will be carried by KVZKTV. So we thank you very much. And thank you, American Samoa, for joining us. And do join us again next week on Tuesday with more of what's happening at the LBJ Tropical Medical Center. Until then, have a good Sunday. Good night.